Hey, this is Rick, and welcome to Spit Take. I'm here with my co-host Adam
Hello.
and Steph.
What's up, nerds?
I don't even remember if there was an E after that Steph. I'm afraid to finish it, so I just keep ending at Steph, thinking, should I say more? Um,
No, no, stuff is perfect.
I feel like I should. Feel like I'm saying something I need to finish. You remember in It's Always Sunny, where he's like, a spa, and he's like, I feel like you're starting to say something, but you're not. Like, are you trying to say pasta?
Yeah.
And
I
then he's walking around with a Ziploc bag full of spaghetti.
I've been I've been watching It's Always Sunny again from the beginning. I'm on like season 5. I forget
Oh,
how funny
it's
that
so
show
good.
is. And they're like just the worst people and I love it.
Right, it's Seinfeld on steroids, basically.
Yeah.
It's
But
really
did
what it
you
is.
They always get their comeuppance, which is good.
did
Yeah.
you see the God, what was the show she was in? Where she was
The,
the aunt that came in
the Mick?
to the Mick, yeah. I
No.
loved
Yeah,
her
it's
in
okay.
that.
I'm glad she's having success. She's got another one I need to check out too, where she's like a cleaner detective. I don't know,
Yeah, she's like a cop or something.
but I mean, gotta love Sweet D.
Yeah.
And
She,
you know how many, and we've talked about this before for all our longtime listeners on YouTube. Uh, we like y- that was like the perfect accident to find a woman that can hang with those guys.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Dennis is so damn funny like cuz everything he says is just so
Oh, he's
like
my favorite.
terrible. He's like, I mean, he's very clearly a rapist, but he's so funny.
He's a psychopath.
Oh yeah, he the boat
I also
episode is one of my
I also
favorites. Like
wonder
the
if he's
implication.
ADHD.
Yeah, like no. I don't think I'm explaining it right. Okay, yeah. Try to explain it again. Yeah, so they're out on the boat. Okay, and they have nowhere else to go. So there's an implication that they need to sleep
Think
with
of
them.
the implications.
Think of the implications. It's so fucking great.
Oh
I love
man.
that episode. There's and I think it was like season 4, season 5 is where some of the best episodes are because that's where the musical one is the Dayman, um,
And that show's
or
been
Nightman
around
Cometh.
since the Dayman, Sweet Deeds, Dates an R Word, which is one of my favorite.
That's funny.
Um,
Yeah,
and this
uh,
happened before. This show started before Rick Rolling,
yeah,
because there's an episode where he's driving and then he gets a call, and then hey, what are you listening to, man? Rick Astley. You know what? Don't worry about it. And like that became popular to listen to
yeah.
not long after that. So it's like that show's been around so long that it's like older than Rick Rolling, which is still around.
I actually don't know what Rick rolling is.
It's like
Oh,
they're
Luring
like, hey,
somebody
click
new.
this link, and then it goes to Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up.
yeah,
Never gonna let you down.
yeah.
That's it. That's the
And
premise.
so now they
Oh,
have the T-shirts with the barcode on it. So if you scan the barcode, the video will come up.
The
gotcha.
I
So
love
like it's basically when you see Rick Astley, you got Rick rolled.
Okay, so people always say it to me, and I pretend that I know what they're talking about, but I'm always like, I don't. I
Welcome to
don't.
the
my world.
I love that It's Always Sunny has had such an influence on pop culture. Like there's a lot of theater groups in different universities that recreated that musical that Charlie made. And
Yeah.
you can like find them on
Oh,
YouTube and like they got the songs in there and everything. And they recreated it as like a comedy play and stuff. And it's really funny to watch and like see them actually like make an entire play out of it.
nice.
But
Oh yeah. I bet you my child would like that. Cause that yeah, I bet you a bunch of theater kids love that.
oh,
Just like
absolutely.
us libertarians love Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
You know, you'd like really connect with that. Um, yeah. So it's nice to reminisce. I do need to watch the newest season, which was last year still. I
Yeah.
think I'm like halfway through that. But the
See?
newer seasons have not been great as things usually are. When they went to Ireland, what, 2 seasons ago, 1 season ago?
Uh-huh.
I thought that was disappointing for the most part.
So they're on
Uh,
season like what, 23, 24,
yeah,
Oh,
something
they're
like
still
that.
making it?
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you,
they make like
honest,
they're like South Park where they come in and make a couple episodes,
uh,
They do
I
like 8 or 9
honestly,
episodes a season.
yeah, I
and I
actually
think
like have never watched it through.
Watch it. It's so funny. It's on
Yeah.
Hulu right now. but it's
Yeah.
And I
so
think
goddamn
Ben
funny.
Savage is a writer director on there too.
I think so. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I love Danny DeVito. He's just like the best.
Oh, Danny DeVito. Frank is my spirit animal. You know
The
the
inter
best scene where where they're trying to get him in the building for a
the
intervention,
intervention.
but they
Yeah,
tell him there's
the
a
grease
grease
fire.
fire, and they're like, "I hope you brought your gun." Why? Well, you got to have a gun with Frank. And then
Yeah,
they're like, "What? This is an intervention." He comes in, kicks down a door, he has the gun out. He goes, "Where's the goddamn grease fire?"
yeah.
Why you got
I
a gun
I
out?
just watched that episode. It's so good, and like the intervention, it's so funny because they're like sitting there talking to the therapist, and they were like sitting there, and she's like, well, she's like, you're drinking wine out of a Diet Coke can, and they were like, oh, you're doing it. It's
Yeah.
like yeah, Frank's really onto something with this, and like nobody's questioning his great
It doesn't
ideas. We're
splash
just
all over
concerned
the
about his
place.
drink. We're not. Nobody's questioning. He's a goddamn genius. We're just worried about his drinking. That's so funny. He's
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's yeah. Anyways, let's get to our discussion. I hate that because I love reminiscing on shows like It's Always Sunny, The Office,
Yeah.
etc. So I asked you guys to think of a sports movie, maybe your favorite one, and come up with an opinion that you have that maybe no one agrees with, and maybe you don't really haven't said before. Who'd like to start?
I mean, I can start. I actually have two. I'll start with one that Adam will absolutely hate, and it's The Blind Side. I love Sandra Bullock in that movie. I thought it was a very well done
She
movie.
is magnificent, isn't she?
She is, and she just hits the heart and the whole story. And I know, like, I've read things about it, and there were things that were fabricated and everything, but I cried like a little bitch during that movie. And like when she brings him in, she's like, "So you want to be a part of the family?" Like, and he just softly was just like loving giant. I cried, and I thought she did a fantastic job as a rich housewife, whatever she was. I mean, her ass looked great also in all of her outfits. I'm not gonna lie. I did notice that. But yeah, I thought Sandra Bullock was amazing. Adam, what do you think?
I think that's a movie about a black dude and the white savior complex. Pretty sure that in the actual story, he was under a conservatorship by them, and they took most of his money. He ended up suing them. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go with a no on that one.
Okay, well, I didn't read that far
Oh
But
into
man, he
it.
knows too much about it. Because
yeah,
Oh,
I was like, yeah, no, that's really easy to pick apart.
yeah, I was like, oh, Steph, come on. Like, okay, yeah, aside from it being kind of racist, because I think there was also in the story, like, they talk about him, like, being poor and, like, homeless and stuff, something like that. But, like, it was actually the opposite. He was, like, doing just fine, and they were like, oh, we'll take him, we'll help you with this and that. They basically, like, brainwashed him and abducted him and made him play football for them to make money. So,
all right.
I
Well,
mean, that's pretty fucked up stuff. Very
so I guess
disappointed in you.
I'm gonna rescind that. I mean, it was a feel good movie if you don't know the back part of
Yeah, if you're
it.
just watching the movie, it was pretty good for
If
what
it's
it was, and that's
if
what
it
movies are.
if it was a
Is-
yeah, if it was a made up story and not based on real people where things were actually pretty terrible, I could see it being a halfway decent movie. But
yeah,
it
they
is the
always
white
add
savior.
stuff into these movies.
Yeah.
So I love it because I love movies where it's like the person who is less fortunate comes up and kind of has their chance. Like, what's the
The
draft?
underdogs. Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Oh, what was
draft.
that one? Precious.
Yeah.
I didn't see that
Remember
movie.
that?
I'm not gonna lie.
I never saw it.
But the draft with Kevin Costner, the number one draft pick, again cried like a little
Oh, the
bitch.
draft.
I mean, when he got the first pick in his face, oh my God, Adam,
Yeah.
I know you don't know anything about football, but like that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Is
What-
basically predicting Ryan Poles.
Yeah.
What about Jerry Maguire? That's another one. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yep, yep. It's kind of all the same, like where it's like, okay, it's the underdog that like everybody passed on for whatever
Show
reason
me
that gets
some
it.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and I understand what you're saying. You like the underdog. You like the person. What was that other one? Was it Invincible with Mark Wahlberg, where he's like trying out for the Eagles?
Invincible, yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
see
what I
There was
thought.
a It's Always Sunny episode based on that.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
They had the Cosby Show guy, and he said he was Donovan McNabb,
Yeah,
and he's like, "Eat at McDonald's."
yeah. No, I mean, I get why you like those, and I like those too. Because I mean, one of my top picks for this conversation was Waterboy, which is the same thing. Like,
Yep.
kind of a. I don't even know if he's considered mentally disabled down in Alabama, but Mississippi.
I think
He was
that's more of a-
Mississippi. No, Alabama. I don't know. He
It
was.
a Forrest Gump
Was
type
it-
of story.
No, it was Louisiana. It was Louisiana. That's what it
Yeah.
was. They were in the swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think it was a Forrest Gump type of story, though. Would Forrest Gump be considered a sports movie?
Yeah, he ran.
I don't even
He
want
did
to
I mean-
marathon. He played football. It
He
could be
really did
considered
it
a lot of
all.
Different movies, because it's
Yeah.
not even like
Yeah.
a Vietnam War movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
don't-
did all the stuff.
I don't even
Yeah.
want to get into all the ways that Forrest Gump is racist.
Yeah. That one's pretty racist. Okay, so
Well,
Adam,
yeah,
your
it was the
choice is
60s.
Waterboy.
No, that's not my number one choice. That was just one of the things that I was thinking about. But I was like, I don't have a controversial opinion on that one because
Mm-hmm.
everybody loves The Waterboy. It's one of the best Adam Sandler movies ever
Yeah,
made.
but is there an opinion?
No.
Yeah.
Is there an opinion that you have about it that you think is unpopular? Like,
That it's one of the
not
best
about
movies.
the movie, but about something like a character in the movie, or something that happened.
I don't think so because I feel like that I'm in line with everybody else who's seen that movie for the most apparently
No.
except for Steph. But like,
No.
am I going with the general public or am I saying something that's controversial to you guys? That's the real question here. Because, I mean, Vicky Valancourt, gorgeous. The Waterboy himself, like I thought Adam Sandler did a bang-up job playing that character. Kathy Bates was amazing. Henry Winkler was in it, which is always great. I feel like, and I like that they kind of subverted expectations because in a lot of those movies, they get to a point where they're like, oh, this thing that made us so special, or this person that made our team so great, like, oh, they can't play in this last quarter and, we're still going to win. But in this one, they were like, yeah, no, we're losing pretty bad. We need him here. And that's when they arrive on the fan boat into the stadium. And they were like, nope, this guy's the heart of the team. He needs to be here or we're going to lose. So, and I thought it was just kind of I just thought it was a very heartwarming movie.
So you're asking if if it being a heartwarming movie is controversial?
No, I'm not. That's the thing that's what I'm saying is I don't think I don't think any opinions I have about it are controversial. I think they're popular opinion.
I don't think it
he
was
understood
Adam
the assignment.
Sandler's. Yeah, I don't think it was
No, you
Adam
guys-
Sandler's best
Listen,
movie.
you guys started dragging this, talking about Waterboy. I was like, I told you from the beginning. I was like, I
Okay,
don't have a
what's-
controversial opinion.
Yeah, but is there something about a decision someone made that maybe you think was the wrong decision, and
Nope.
other people might think it's the
Fucking-
right, or you think is the right decision? Another like, oh, Mama should have kept him away from Vicky. She was right. You see what I'm saying?
Nope, 100% on Adam
Well,
Tomatoes.
that's what I
movie
think.
was
I
perfect.
think he was right to keep her away, keep him away.
No, the
From the
heart
Devil
wants what the
Woman.
heart wants.
She was
Uh,
she was a problem child. And
She
I'd
was-
probably keep my child away from, even though he's like 30, I'd
No.
keep my handicapped child away from this predator too.
So,
You know
as
what?
Ed
She
Gene's
always had his
mom
back,
says,
It's
she
a
was a
movie about them
Jezebel.
putting a handicapped guy that has the mentality of a 3-year-old in a football game to get CTE.
But also, in fairness, it's not like he was dumb. He passed that test at the end that said he was basically
I
smart
didn't
enough
say
to
that he
graduate
was
high
dumb.
school.
I said that he was handicapped.
Sure. But then you're like with the child. And listen, he grew up in the swamp and has a lot of misconceptions about alligators.
And his mom was right, trying to protect her handicapped child from the foosball and the STD goth chick.
His mom was wrong.
right.
His mom was
'Cause
wrong about a lot of things.
Around. Like, I don't know what she got. You stay away from my son.
No, like she was wrong about a lot of things. She told him alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. She's wrong about
that's
that.
what you tell kids. I mean, those are little funny things you tell kids.
But at some point when they grow
the
up,
thing is, he's handicapped and takes things literally.
But like, how is he handicapped? I don't think he's handicapped.
Can we? Yeah, I don't think that's the right word.
Like he's got a little bit of again, they're in Louisiana, different area. Sorry, Louisiana.
Okay,
fans.
so am I insulting people for saying it's handicap? Are you insulting
Yeah.
people by saying it's Alabama, or
Louisiana?
Mississippi, or wherever it's at?
Yeah, I think it's a little of both right now.
Yeah, I think you
I
guys
think
are
you just hit a
insulting
wall,
everybody.
I think you're trying to say I'm ableist, but at the same time, you're saying every person in Alabama
In the bayou, yeah.
is can be perceived as handicapped.
See, we're making it too broad. Remember, it's Louisiana. I don't have a problem with anybody. I'm just saying that, like,
Louisiana. It was Louisiana Tech, wasn't it?
I'm just saying, growing up in a little swamp shack out in Louisiana,
The Mud Dogs.
you're not necessarily handicapped. You just grew up differently, and that's the sociology point of view.
And
on
you
that.
perceive it as handicapped.
I don't perceive that as handicap.
Because when I say handicap, you go, remember, it's Alabama.
Louisiana. It's Louisiana.
Or,
God damn it,
remember,
it's Louisiana.
Sorry, I was in Louisiana for a year. I don't know why I'm getting that wrong. I love you, Tigers. Yeah. But listen, she was right. Because obviously the guy had the mentality of a child because he had to stay with his mother.
He didn't
Well,
need to stay
I
with his
think
mother.
that
He was
I
fine.
think that
him
she.
And a sensitive
No, I think
soul from the evils of
No.
the world.
No.
I think she was Stockholm syndroming him almost to believe that he needed her.
It was a
take
dependent
care of it.
relationship for a
Thank
while.
you.
But he wanted to break free of that.
Right, of course everyone
But he
wants to
still loved his
break
mom.
free of that, but the problem is she had to do that to protect him. Of course everybody doesn't want to be controlled.
You see how hard he hit those people? He didn't need protection. Vicky
Yeah,
Valancourt
well,
protected him a
He's
little
got
bit.
CTE.
But-
Not only is he
See-
handicapped, he's got CTE now.
And then he's got Vicky who protects him. Like she said, she was going to saw a guy's head off to protect him. That's
yeah,
love.
and then when she goes the
That's love.
electric chair for sawing the guy's head off, then who's going to protect him?
And,
So
you know,
I'm
she
going
was
to
out of jail the
interject
next
here.
day.
I'm going to interject here and let's move forward because we've been talking about the water boy for like 9 minutes longer than we need to.
All right.
All right. Rick, go with yours. I actually have a different one, but Rick, go
I'm
with
going to
yours.
go with the greatest movie in all time, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by controversial take, because I think you guys didn't understand, or I didn't explain it well enough. Rocky lied. He beat Apollo to make Creed feel good.
I've never seen Rocky. So I'm out.
You ever seen Rocky or Creed?
When did?
No, oh, those are two separate movies?
Yeah.
Well, it's all in
so
the Rocky verse.
There's like 6 Rocky
Billy.
movies and 2 Creed movies. 3, somewhere in there.
Yeah, we're on 3.
3. Yeah. Michael B. Jordan
I
is
think
playing
they're ready
Creed.
to move on to the next one too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
They're great. How
I
have you
haven't
never
seen any of
watched
the Creed
Rocky?
movies.
It is the greatest sports sensation of all time. The greatest story of all
No.
time.
No.
The ultimate sports story.
I mean,
Zero
it's
interest.
it's the most American movie ever made, basically.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Rocky. Rocky defeated communism.
Yep. And saved the world. Uh-huh.
Yep, he saved the world. Yeah.
Ended the Cold
He-
War.
Yep.
Like, can't we all just get along here?
I didn't realize a boxer could do that much.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't seen Rocky.
Apparently not.
It sounds like a caricature of itself.
Yeah, I mean when Rocky takes down the Russians, he's
Rocky, when Rocky saves the world from aliens.
yep. Yeah, I mean,
You
listen,
know, I bet there's a theory out there that he did.
you know Dolph Lundgren hit Sylvester Stallone so hard, like, just like kind of doing the choreography and stuff, hit him so hard, he actually like broke his jaw or something like that. Like Dolph Lundgren, if it had been a real boxing match, Dolph Lundgren would have like destroyed Sylvester Stallone in that boxing ring.
Oh yeah, he's the Punisher.
Yeah, he's pretty great. I love Dolph Lundgren.
So at the end of, I believe it's Rocky 2.
Okay.
So Apollo, so in the first Rocky, Rocky, he's this unknown boxer, and he trains. He trains all day, punches meat and stuff like that. Does
Yeah.
street boxing and stuff like that. From what
He beats his meat.
yeah, beats the meat, and he Apollo Creed picked a random person to fight, and he picked the Italian stallion Rocky Balboa. He said that was a real name, and they're all like, "Oh, Apollo, you're just gonna kill him," And he's like, "I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I'm not gonna ruin the ending. One of the greatest sports fights of all time." And the second one, they're best friends, and they're always competing and stuff like that. I believe it's the second one at the end of it, because 3 is where he died, right?
Yeah, he doesn't. No,
So
4.
second one, or is it 4?
Yeah, it's 4.
So second or third one, at the end of it, they stop and freeze because the first match didn't come to a clear conclusion. They stop and freeze, showing that they're fighting now. Just they're sparring, and then so later on, so Creed is Apollo Creed's son, and he's his long lost son, doesn't know his dad, and he's talking to Rocky, his son. He goes, "Hey, who won that match? I heard about that legendary match, but nobody ever said who won." And Sylvester Stallone said, "Oh, Apollo did."
Hmm.
My theory is that he actually won. He said Apollo won to make his son feel good.
Sure, I could see that.
This isn't turning out anything like I planned.
I mean, it was. I mean, listen, that's a solid theory. Who knows? Who knows what happened? I mean, the whole Rocky series. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes on through them. There's been a lot of movies, but we don't know who actually ended up winning. So I mean, that's a valid fan theory.
Yeah, but most people feel. Sorry, most people feel that Apollo won,
Hmm.
and it was always known that Apollo won.
Yeah.
And that he was literally the most talented boxer, and Rocky really wasn't that talented. He was just had a lot of fight in him.
Yep. So
And so, I guess anybody that would be close to that movie would probably might be offended by it.
Not
I don't think
offended
so.
because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I should have picked something with Sandra Bullock in it.
well,
Yeah.
in fairness to the Rocky series, Apollo should have won. He should have won the first match, the second match, every match after that. I mean, so the greatest thing that Rocky ever gave us was the training montage, right? So Apollo Creed and him are about to have a boxing match. He spends the next I forget how long it was, but like 3-4 months or something like that, trained to be a boxer. Like, do you know how long it takes to train to be like a world champion boxer? Most of your life. So like,
I'm gonna assume not 3 months.
no. So like during that time, like, and it's the same argument you have for the Karate Kid, produced by the same people. Same argument, like, so Apollo Creed's trained his whole life, every day in the gym, doing all the stuff, and then Rocky comes in and like, I mean, in the first one he just kind of holds his own on there, because I think they say Apollo Creed wins. But at the same time, like Apollo Creed should have wiped the floor with Rocky. And if it was not a movie, that's what would have happened. Apollo Creed would have destroyed him.
I don't know if you've seen some of these heavyweights. Some of them take a lot of damage and don't give up when you think they are, and end up winning. Especially a lot of UFC fights, because you gotta
Yeah.
think there's so many fights they have like UFC fights twice a week now. So there's got to be so many fights that all possibilities happen. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But with that,
Yeah.
we were more connected to the story.
Right.
Of it.
And that's what we're there
But the
for.
idea was it a fluke that he lasted so long with Apollo?
Yeah. So, and that ends up being the real question there is that, because Apollo should have won that fight
Well,
pretty easily.
Apollo did win by decision.
Yes.
The problem was that he took Rocky to the bell. Rocky
Yeah.
went to the bell.
Mhm.
So it was, again, probably one of those movies that are more realistic. Just the idea of, I had my chance, and I had nothing, and I can't screw this up. And it's like the only thing that could happen is Apollo Creed wins. But he's got to win in some kind of dramatic fashion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I just think, just like if I were to go train for like 3 or 4 months to be a boxer and I went up against somebody who's been doing it for years, I'd probably get my ass kicked pretty bad.
Yes.
I would, yes.
You would get your ass kicked by anybody that has. Well, you got some martial arts training, but if somebody's got Muay Thai training, you probably get your ass kicked. If anybody's got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training, you probably got the upper hand unless they can get a hold of you.
Yeah.
So probably most people, like if you're fighting an MMA guy that trains it every night, no, you're not probably not doing anything. If it's a wrestler, no, probably not.
Now, the one I will say that's similar to Rocky, and we'll come back to Rocky in a second. The one that's similar to Rocky is
Please don't.
Kevin James, Here Comes the Boom. Did you see that movie?
Oh yeah, I forgot
All that
about
was-
that movie.
I think you muted yourself.
All that
There you go.
was a reason for Kevin James to get in shape. That's all
Yeah.
that movie was.
I like that movie. There's my
Uh,
controversial. I like that movie.
That
Yeah,
that should have been your controversial take.
I have. That's not even my top. That's not even my top controversial sports movie.
Wow.
I
I
need,
went
what's your
controversial.
top? I want to know. I want to know your top now.
My top is The Comebacks. It is a very poorly reviewed movie. It has David Koechner. It has Carl Weathers. It is just a spoof movie on like 90s sports movies. So like they spoof Varsity Blues. They spoof. Let's see. I think The Waterboy is in there at one point.
How about the series?
No, not the series. It was a
lot
movie.
of the comebacks.
Yeah, it was a movie with David Koechner, and it had Jan from The
Very hard
Office.
to
She was
find.
in it. I don't know.
It's literally hard to find.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah, there's a lot of things called The Comebacks, but no, it's The Comebacks.
Well-
Anyways, but the reason that movie, like everybody like hates the movie, it's one of my guilty pleasures. I love watching that movie, especially the unrated one. Like it's nothing but like gay humor, sex jokes, and just general like pointing out how stupid sports movies actually are. It's pretty damn funny though when you watch it.
Yeah, it was just came out when the market has been flooded with those types of movies,
Yeah, it was like 2005, 2006, somewhere in there.
which is around the time when the market was
Yeah.
flooded.
Yeah.
Because not another teen movie really started that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
then they
it
were
was
just
just
all
like, oh,
trying
we
to
got
catch
to make a parody on everything now.
Yeah, but this one was like really funny, and I remember I
No,
got it.
probably Scary Movie started that.
Yeah, well, I got it down at the Walmart down at Eastern, and I think it was like $4 or $5, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna buy this." And I
$5
watched it.
movie bucket.
Dude, it was awesome. And then like
Yeah.
me and my buddy sat there and watched it, and we laughed hysterically at the whole movie.
Yeah.
And
It
now,
might be good. I don't know.
It's if you watch it, I think you would laugh. I think it's your sense of humor. You
I
would
probably
probably
would.
like it.
I probably would. All right. Well, let's take a little break, and we'll be back. Da-da. All right, welcome back. And I'm back here
What
with
just happened?
Adam and Steph.
I don't know.
I,
Well, I thought
Hey, am I
maybe
s-
right there you can do a little break and a little da-da, like music. Da-da-da-da-da, kind of bringing us into the next
Yeah,
section.
you know what?
you know what, Rick? You do you. We're here for you.
Well, I
Yeah,
think we made that
listen,
decision
just make
before and
sure
we never did it.
just
Oh.
make sure that you mark it so that I know to go to a commercial break, I guess.
Do we have commercials?
I've made a couple.
We have made
Oh.
commercials.
I have them. I
Oh,
think I have them.
okay.
Anyways,
Alright.
Anyway,
I'm leaving all that in. That's
those-
hilarious.
those young years of of spit take.
Yeah.
That was
okay.
creamy.
So, first movie or first series that we talked about watching before this week was Wayward, Netflix series about one of those boarding schools where they have kids for troubled youth, and they kidnap the kids, and that still is happening,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no regulation on it. But this happened in the 90s, where this was based in the 90s. And I watched the first 4 episodes because I was kind of boring and I couldn't really get into it. But I know Adam has watched more. I know Stephanie Steph, not Stephanie, not Steph.
There
Steph
you
started
go.
watching
You
it.
added the Annie.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys? What's your opinions so
So
far? Starting with Mae Martin.
I am. Who's Mae Martin?
She's,
That's the he's the guy who plays the cop.
They are the lead.
Oh,
They-
okay.
Yes.
So I
They them
am
is the
half.
lead.
I am halfway through episode 5, I think, and then I got a million phone calls, so I had to stop. So I didn't get to the part that Adam was discussing with us via text yesterday. But
Tranny
I,
sex.
yeah, I was actually like expecting more from it. I was like, oh, this trailer looks really good. And Rick, I'm with you. I'm kind of bored. I'm not like brought into it. I'm gonna give it a couple more to see what happens, but it's really just not standing out to me at all. Like I know that there's gonna be some big twist or something at the end, or I don't know, but I'm just like, can we speed this up a little? But Mae Martin, right? That's who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name's Alex on the show.
Yeah, Alex. Love their character. I am intrigued by what he finds and like how he helps these kids out, or does he just get murdered? I don't know.
So, so like here's my first thought when I started watching this show about that character is I'm like, I didn't believe that he was a cop. I thought it was a strange choice for someone to kind of play a cop that was, they're kind of alluding to like he did something, he beat someone up, or there was
Yeah.
something controversial that happened that's why he went to the small town. But I just thought it was strange. I was like, this is an odd pick for like that role for the actor, and so I looked into it a little bit. So he's one of the writers for the show, and I'm like,
Oh.
oh, that makes more sense now, because I didn't believe him as a cop. Like, he makes some pretty poor decisions as a cop. We're gonna go through a few spoilers here, but like in the first episode where that kid comes into his house and he's like, goes downstairs and he's got the gun and he's like looking at him. The kid's in his house and he's like, all right, I'm gonna put my gun down now, and he puts his gun away from him. And I'm like, are you fucking stupid? This kid broke into your house, you dumbass. You hold on to that gun, holster it if you want to, but you keep that gun on you. And of course, what
Also thought
happens?
that.
Yeah, and what happens? Of course, the kid tries to stab him.
No, this person wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
That's what
and
that's
it's
that's
this is not regulation. Um, so there was
not
that.
how they handle things,
Well,
Adam.
and then and from a tactical perspective, when he's going down to his
They don't
kitchen,
handle things tactically.
well, listen, he looks
They handle
around the corner.
things with empathy.
He takes his little face and he pokes it around the corner. That's how you get your face shot off. You have your gun up, and you're behind your gun, and you peek the corner with the gun, so that you can return fire if need be. He doesn't know who's there. He doesn't know. For script convenience, it's the kid. But if it was somebody there with a gun who was trying to rob him, he would have just gotten his face blown off.
So what you're saying is he's not a cop.
He's not a good cop, no.
Well, he's not a good
Um,
cop. No.
His character did grow on
I'm
me throughout the
highly
season, though,
offended
I
by
will say
that. I think they are an excellent cop,
that.
and thank you for your service. Um, but
Stop pandering.
no, but it was no. The only thing, my only problem is the time period
Yeah.
in which it existed, which is the '90s. They kind of acted like being trans was a normal thing.
Right.
I didn't know it existed before I was born at that time. Because there's so many people in hiding, I just thought, oh, that's an anomaly when I seen like a
Sure.
male looking figure dressed as, in women's clothes. So it's like they are just kind of there in the 90s and comfortable with being there. Like looks a little they're not comfortable being there because of what's going on, but they're very comfortable being there being trans
Mm-hmm.
and in a small town, which I
Which
know you
back
said
then
other
was-
things happen too.
Which back then
I
would
just
not
think that's
be.
interesting that they went that route. There's
Yeah.
there's a lot of things where like going that route. It's just interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Why? it
Yeah, if it
chose
was
that.
truly set in the 90s, unfortunately, that would not have been so openly accepted.
Right.
It's not 2025, but they're taking the 2025 acceptance and trying to make it in the 90s, so it's not following the timeline or the truth of what's going on.
And
Um,
yes.
Yeah.
And if it was really taking place in the 90s, the R word would be dropped a lot more. We all had a bad
Yeah.
habit of that.
And the Q word,
The Q word, yeah.
Yeah.
They said it, I think once. But
and
like
not in the way it's supposed to be used.
now, and we're also talking about it like it's the focus of this show. It's really not. It's barely mentioned that he's trans or
It's not.
anything.
And that's the
Um,
second
Well-
time they've done that too,
Mhm.
where it doesn't get in the way because that's not the character. So that is good.
I like
Right.
that. I like that about it. And I was like,
They-
they're not making this a political platform. It was
They
just
did
like,
that with Paige in the Umbrella Academy.
yes.
They just
Like, they
walked
just-
in and said, "Oh yeah, this is who I'm comfortable with." They're like, "Oh cool," and then they never mentioned it again.
They just acknowledged they acknowledged that he's trans, and they moved on with the story, and like that hardly ever comes up, which is great. I think that's a
Right.
great thing to do with your story.
Right.
And his character did grow on me as the season went on, and I was like,
Oh,
all right.
I thought it was a great
Good with
character
that.
in the first place. I didn't expect the character to change. I just
I
thought
didn't-
it'd be interesting what they would do.
Yeah, I think the first episode I was kind of like, on him, but he got better.
I
Yeah.
love Toni Collette
Yes.
as an actress. I think she's amazing and she plays her role very well.
Oh, yeah.
So I am happy to watch her. Everything I see her in, I'm super pumped about because she has not disappointed me at all. So I'm curious to see how her character develops and like the role that she's played because I'm gonna give a spoiler alert. Rick, I don't think you're at this point yet, so close your ears if you don't want to hear it. But they just discovered that there were no children born in the town, and there are no actual kids schools or anything of like a child age, but they like are bringing them in, but they're taking all their money and funneling it into this reformative school.
Yes. So kind of what's happening so far. So I'm way ahead of you guys, but the idea behind it is that like they take the kids to the school. There's certain ones that get selected and ascend, they take the leap is what they call it.
Yeah.
And when they do, they find them homes within the town. basically convinces them to not go back to their parents type of thing. So all the kids that you do see in town were from the school, and then they
Right,
were
right.
like
Oh
given
yeah.
a guardian.
Oh, I already noticed that.
Yeah.
Because the wife or whatever was
So and
always
they went
talking about that, and I
and they
assume the cops are in on it.
yeah. So
I,
they went very
I,
cult with the town, right? So
right.
they're
Yeah.
so when they bring the kids in, they're recruiting them into their cult, and their cult is
Yeah,
the town.
and that little redheaded girl is definitely going to be one of those people. That
Which
annoying
one?
woman,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
one that's like, and she's
the little crazy one.
the little crazy one. Yeah,
The little
You're,
skinny crazy one. That's Allie's roommate.
the roommate.
oh, I can't stand her at all. I
Yeah,
can't.
she's bought
Every
in.
time she comes on, I get on my phone because I just can't stand. There's something about her that I'm like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna
keep
spoil
out.
anything about her for you guys, but shit gets crazy with her. Um, so there's, I would say like around, I want to say it's episode 5. I think episode 5 or 6 is when it gets a little. No, I think it's got to be 5. So when it gets a little nuts inside the school. Um,
Yeah, I think I've reached that point
hmm
with the leap.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
leap. Are you up to the riot yet?
Yes, where
Okay.
they lock everybody out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, there's, um, and it's interesting. And I was texting you this, Rick. That so there was a documentary that came out. I think it was on Netflix, called The Program, and it was about the
Yeah.
academy at Ivy Ridge, and it was one of these schools, and it was a lot of the, we'll call them victims, I guess, because they're survivor stories from from this
Oh
place,
yeah.
and a lot of the stories they told were just so messed up. Like, I wanted, like, after I was done watching the documentary, I wanted to go to these places and just save all the kids because like they're in
Oh yeah.
literal hell.
You can go. One of them, the one that's still open that they showed.
Hmm.
They're I know their Instagram was still open. If you go on their Instagram, there's a lot of people with comments
Yeah, and
on there.
these places are crazy. You know, they are. So, and they're not far off from like the town. The big difference between the movie and the documentary was like the town in the movie was like all part of this cult. In the documentary, like, and in real life, really is what I should say. They always find a small town to establish these schools at, and then the townspeople like work there. They're not like former students like they are in the movie, but like the town, like that's their industry. Is they work at this school that is basically a prison for kids, and they're terribly shitty to these kids, like just because they're getting paid to do it, and they don't give a fuck. But it's a lot of the stuff that was shown in the show, the Wayward show, was accurate. Like the kinds of things that they did, like sitting in the circle, like yelling at each other and like berating someone, that was a real thing they
Really?
did. Isolations, like the physical beatings were real. Uh, like the manual labor and all of that. The I think one of the interesting things that they talk about in the documentary is anytime they were writing a letter, like somebody had to like read through it and approve that letter to go out. So like you couldn't write like negative things about the school and all this. And in real life, the schools actually took the parents in and like had them do classes and were charging them money for it to be like, oh, we're gonna help you like so you can understand your child. And it was like these like hippie movements and stuff. It's just crazy. And I think Rick, you were saying that it was based in Scientology, which makes complete sense. So yeah, I mean it, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I heard there were Scientology owned rehabs and kids schools like that where they do kidnap you and hold
And,
you there and try to brainwash you. Uh,
and
I
yeah,
talked to like a person that went to
crazy.
one of their rehabs.
Wow.
And it's wild because like I remember growing up in like growing up in the '90s, and like other kids would talk about it. Like you heard about these schools. You heard that there were schools where like your parents would pay them to come and abduct you in the middle of the night from your bed and take you to the school.
Yeah.
Like, and it's, as a kid, it's terrifying to hear that that's a possibility. And some of the kids in real life that ended up going to these schools, they didn't really do that much. They didn't do anything to warrant that, right? Like a couple of them were saying, "Yeah, I got caught with a couple of beers." Like, just childhood behavior. You know,
Right.
Right.
Oh
it,
yeah, and but back then it was doom and gloom, right? Like
mhm,
back when conservatives were uh, fighting about putting a sticker on CDs that had too much adult language in it and stuff like that.
right.
There was a lot of that conservative shit going on where, and like, if you did anything, you're Satan, or you're gonna
Oh
end
yeah,
up being the junkie or whatever.
yeah. Started with the Satanic Panic of the '80s, and then moved
Yeah.
into that. And it's just, but it was like, it's these parents like, I don't know, they're so out of control, and it's like, they're not that bad. Like, you
Yeah.
know, but and that was kind of like the sad part about it is these kids weren't like bad kids. They weren't like thugs. They weren't joining gangs. Maybe some of them were, but like the majority of them were just like, the parents didn't know how to, control them the way they wanted to be. So, but a lot of them were
Right.
brainwashed into sending their kids to these schools too. I know that for a fact. Um, like, because these schools would sit there and like sell their parents on it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And spend a
Absolutely.
shit ton of money on it.
Uh,
yeah.
but okay, so all right, how many out of 5? How many stars you give it so far, and where you're at in it?
2.5.
I'd give it 3.5 where I'm at because there's some intrigue going on. I'm on episode. I have the final episode to watch. I have one more episode, so I would give it about a 3.5 because it was intriguing to watch.
And I'd give it a 2. Uh,
Yeah.
Another show that I've been having a hard time watching, and we talked about that we have to watch it, is Gen V. Uh, I know, Steph, we kind of maybe pointed you towards The Boys. I don't know if you've gotten into that yet.
So I
Um,
haven't, and I'll tell you why I haven't. I was talking to a friend of mine, I forget which one, about it, and I was like, yeah, my friend and my brother were telling me to watch this, and they're like, you may not like it because it's got gore pretty
oh yeah, I
intense.
said that.
Oh,
It's very
Yeah.
much gross out.
yeah, and I
It's like go
don't.
every 5 minutes. But you were distracted when I was talking, so you didn't hear me.
Yeah, I'm a real estate man. It's that time of year, but that's I don't do gore. I don't
It's
do it well.
it's not like I wouldn't even
Oh,
really call it gore. It's not like Terrifier gore. It's like cartoonish gore, like Kill Bill gore.
things just blow up.
Yeah.
But it happens every 5 minutes, and it's senseless and happens every 5 minutes. From like there's these people ice skating, and it wasn't even like it was something happened. I forget what I don't remember. It was like a cable or a ice skate. It wasn't even one of the heroes that did it. It was just an accident, and then someone got like cut in half. You
Yeah.
know, so it's like it doesn't even make
Yeah.
sense. Why even put this in there?
Yeah.
But the actual story is great, and the
Fantastic.
parody of what the world would look like with these superheroes and how they're all parodies of like DC, mostly DC superheroes, I'd say.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it'll come. I'll watch it at a time when I don't have any other shows, and I'm like, maybe I'll try this. But
You're missing out.
but Gen V,
I don't
I have a
know.
hard time getting into. I watched like the first episode.
Hmm.
I guess I just not really into the characters. They are. I know they had Starlight. Was it the first or second? Maybe I watched 2 episodes, but Starlight showed up. They've had other people, Homelanders showed up and everything,
Hmm.
and so there's going to be a lot of crossover, and I think it'll all cross over into the boys. So it's like, okay, maybe I should force myself to watch it because I really want to watch the boys and know what's going on.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Yeah.
I do have a hard time. But it is important
Hmm.
to the overall lore because they're basically like first season. They're trying to be able to control heroes through what, like the virus or whatever.
Yeah. They're trying to create the virus to kill superheroes.
Right. So I mean, that's very important. I think and for them to do that, and the school itself is probably pretty important. You know, so
Yeah. It's on my list. I'll probably do that after I finish Wayward. I'm going to do Gen V, season 2. I liked season 1. I thought it was good. It felt like it was in the boys' universe for sure. They had some fun stuff in there.
they've had some unnecessary stuff in there. I don't know. Steph
Yeah.
might like that one though, but
A lot of
when
weird
he's
sex stuff.
when he's inside the dude,
Oh yeah, that was in the boys though.
was that in the boys? Okay.
That was in the boys. Yeah.
What was
There's
the
a
weird
guy.
stuff that happened in? Well, there's okay. So there's one girl that literally has blood magic,
Uh huh.
and so that might be a little gross out,
Yeah.
especially if you don't like blood.
There's the one girl who can shrink herself, and I think it was like in the first episode.
That's
The
why I
dude-
was thinking of that. That's why I was
Oh
thinking
yeah,
of
yeah.
that.
So
Because they're sort of shrink.
the dude asks her how small she can get, and like asks her to get small, and then she's like on his dick, like she's tiny, and she's on his dick, like just like grabbing onto it, like hugging around it, and just like jumping with it, like yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's in Gen V.
What?
Yeah, they do, and that the interesting thing about that is, like, it is kind of a if you had this superpower, what would you do?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a side that isn't shown in DC Comics, but you might do some fucked up shit, or
Yeah.
or with people's imaginations, they might, especially when you get drunk on that power
Yeah,
of being able to do that, and they say
Yeah.
they actually say the richer you are, the more much of a psychopath you are, the more narcissist you are, the more you don't give a shit. And so I
Yeah.
think that's more power. The more power I have, the more narcissist I am.
yeah. Well, and then the one dude from Supernatural who played Jack, I think, in like the last few seasons.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
pretty good.
He is at
And
one
it's
point.
a different character. He needed that.
At one point, he like tries to. I think he tries to like rape the blood magic girl, and she like wakes up because he has like mind control or something, and she like wakes up and blows his hands up. Yeah, pretty crazy. The show is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
and
feeling
it-
like this is my thing.
It's
enjoyable.
That's what I was telling you last week, but you weren't listening. So it's a lot of shock humor, gross out humor, that's just very unnecessary half the time. And I don't know. I guess it's probably comic book lore because it is how the comic book is.
Yeah,
But it's like I think it's almost very old, and they get worse and more blatant with it as time goes on.
yeah.
Like, what
Well,
can we top it with this time? Like
Yes.
Herogasm.
Yeah, each season has gotten a little bit more extreme.
Think Peacemaker, was it the orgy in Peacemaker?
Yeah,
Now think that can't be shown even on Max, and that's what Herogasm was.
yeah. It was something. It was something. It was a big
Because
deal.
people are like, "Oh, this is just like Herogasm." I'm like, "No, this is the Peacemaker with the orgy. That was tame compared
Yes.
to Herogasm."
Yeah,
Interesting.
but Carl Urban makes that show just as with his little Cockney accent and everything. He's the best.
Yeah, well, he's great in it. That's what I'm saying. The characters are great, and that's what makes the
Yeah.
show great. Is the characters? It's very gripping characters, and you really do hate Homelander. It evokes a feeling. It really evokes a feeling when you watch it. I
Yeah.
think that's what it's. But if you get past the gore, a lot of stuff while watching it really evokes a feeling.
Yeah, and you like get their motivations for a lot of them. Like some of them, it's just hey, power hungry. But like Carl Urban's character is just driven by like revenge and hate, and
Right.
he's the good guy. But he's driven by like revenge and hate, and he's like willing to do whatever to get the job done. He'll sell anybody down the river. Doesn't give a fuck. He's just trying to like stop the soups. And,
And Huey,
yep,
who's what's his name's son? He's
yes, Simon Pegg's
what's
son.
that? What's that movie that just came out? He did
Oh,
where you
I
can't
don't
feel
know.
pain. I actually watched that. I went to the theater and watched it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's very stupid, but it's like
Yeah,
I think his personality is a little whiny.
hmm but his wife was, or his girlfriend was killed by A Train, who's a speedster.
Yeah,
And that's his motivation. Is he's like, that's how he gets into it, anyways.
yeah, and they have a good cast, and they all have something cool about them, something
Yeah,
weird or cool or
Yeah.
I really like the characters,
Me
even
too.
though they're a parody.
Frenchie, he's hilarious.
Frenchie, yeah,
Mother's Milk is great. The whole boys team is great. Kamiko,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I would definitely watch it if you get past the gore. I think it's just one of those shows that really evokes a feeling.
Yeah.
Not even because I want to know what happens next. I feel like if the gore wasn't there and if I was there, I'd feel like watching The Office. Like, oh, I'm there with friends, you know.
So I was reading about Homelander too, and like a whole part of his character plot is that he had all the power. Like the concept behind it is that he had all the power, but no mother to teach him what was right and wrong, because he
Right.
basically was grown in a lab.
And he was being breastfed by Elizabeth Shue,
Yep. And but yeah, that's why he's such an
a la
asshole.
Karate Kid.
It's their statement that, hey, without a mother, kids become assholes. That was their statement. So
Yeah,
But the only thing is that there's a very clear political allegory throughout it.
but
You're
it's
kinda like,
hilarious though.
It's
I
kinda
don't
funny.
even know if they're really making a statement. I think they're just being as wild and over the top as possible.
Yeah.
Because like Homelander, you would love this stuff. Because like Homelander, when there's all these liberals and stuff protesting, he's like, "Fucking liberals," like because he's supposed to be like MAGA, but he's like the bad guy. But it's
Yeah.
almost like, but he's like he's the most powerful one. But it's almost like it's so over the top that it's not even making a stance.
yeah.
He's just like rebelling or like what?
He just
No,
wants
I think
all the
he
power.
is kind of that MAGA. Oh, fucking libtards.
Yeah.
Or the stand-in. Uh,
Mhm.
because he's the face of what is it, the Seven or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's a superhero group. That's a elite group, kind of like the Avengers, but it's all sponsored by Vault, and Vought and Vought really,
But is basically Disney.
yeah, they
Oh,
really,
okay.
oh yeah, they make all the movies and stuff about the heroes and stuff, but they really create superheroes with a
Uh-huh.
serum. So people who are born, and some of them don't work with the serum, some of them do.
Hmm.
And it starts off following Starlight, who
Yeah.
is gorgeous. Um,
She is pretty.
and yeah, and she's a great character too. It's not like she's just this pretty face. She's a really great character, you know.
Mhm.
That's my thing. They do a lot of good with characters. Sometimes they'll I remember in one episode, like some bystanders yelling at Starlight, "Take your top off." And it's like, yeah, that's really what's going to happen. Someone's going to go to a superhero that can blow you up and say, "Oh yeah, take your top off." Yeah, okay. It's like Captain Marvel all over again. But again, I
Yeah.
think it's so over the top that it's not really making a statement. It's more like it's making fun of the statement.
Yeah, when it was I think it was season 3, like the last episode of season 3, where Homelander's with his kid, and somebody throws the Coke can at the kid and like hits him in the head, and Homelander just blows his head up with his laser eyes. And I was just like, that's lit. And everybody on his side is like cheering about it and everything. But yeah, it's a fucking wild show. But yeah, the part he's talking about with the dude inside the other dude, it's a guy who can shrink, and he gets real small, and he crawls inside the dude's pee hole, and he's like massaging it from the inside. And they're showing it.
That sounds uncomfortable. I don't think I'd want someone in there.
I don't think so either. But those superheroes are into some weird shit, as we
A little
found out.
sensitive.
Was it Tech Knight has like the torture dungeon in his basement? Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh.
not uncommon.
Don't get to what's his name, the Deep.
Oh yeah, the deep. The
Yeah, the
part where
Deep
she
is
stuck
the
his
worst
finger.
one. He's the
Oh.
worst. You probably hate him more than Homelander, really.
Yeah.
And Homelander does a really good job of being hated, and that's what makes him great. Is if you could literally hate him, you know you got a good character. But the Deep does a pretty damn good job too.
Yeah. He's such a douche.
Yeah,
And he's
especially
pretty
to his
fucked up.
lover, he's a douche,
Yeah. He is.
and I felt bad for her.
Yeah. We're not going to go into
Which
who his
was
lover
a-
is.
Which was a squid.
Yeah. I think it was an octopus. It was an
An
octopus.
You guys really aren't selling me on this show. I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah,
you.
he was fucking an octopus.
He's the Aquaman of the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got
So he
gills
can
on his
speak to
chest,
fish
and
and stuff.
at one point this girl's like banging him, and she sticks her fingers in his gills. I don't know. That was gross. That creeped me out a little.
It's really bad. Like I literally, that's what I'm saying. It's like if people had superhuman powers, what would really happen? That's what the show is.
Yeah.
If DC was real, this is what it would really look like. And also, this is the reason, because of marketing, because of money, it is taking a stance on capitalism.
Yeah. It is. And I do like that. I think it's hilarious when they point it out.
And one more show I want to bring up, I know Stuff said she didn't want to watch it, is The Chair Company. 2 episodes came out. I've watched 2 episodes. Tim Robinson,
Tim Robbins.
or Tim Robin, you know, I really wasn't watching him a lot. And I think I watched Friendship, and I watched some of I Think You Should Leave. I think it was on Saturday Night Live. He's been in all those weird Tim and Eric shows and stuff like that, I think. But, like, this is what I'm telling you. He's portraying neurodivergence and the reality of being neurodivergent. You're having vicarious shame by watching him. And I don't know if that's because maybe you feel that way deep down, or because you're putting yourself in his shoes and it's very uncomfortable. A lot of neurodivergence, I think, like Michael Scott and Dwight Schrute, who did a lot of that awkward humor. Tom Green, a lot of that awkward humor, a lot of, especially ADHD people. So to me, Tim Robbins is portraying a neurodivergent person. Like in Friendship, the most awkward moment is when he ate the soap
Oh my god.
and he
That's when I
goes, "I'm
stopped
sorry,
watching.
mommy." Because, okay, I'm afraid I'm going to admit this, but I moved from one town to another, you know, as a kid, neurodivergent, didn't know it, trying to figure things out. And, you know, I went to the school, and all the 6th, 7th grade boys were snapping the bras of the girls. And I was trying to decide if I should do that. Is that what you're supposed to do? I don't remember if I actually did it.
For our younger
Because-
listeners, yes, it is.
I
Do
don't
not
remember if
encourage.
I actually did it, but it's like I remember someone saying, "No, you can't. They can. You can't." So I'm not picking up on those social cues. And it was just like, "Oh, there's this big joke. I want to be a part of it." You know, I don't understand it, and I still don't understand it. So I'm assuming it's some kind of flirting or something ritual of the preteen type. But anyways, so when I watch Tim Robbins trying to connect with all those guys there, he has a friend and has had a hard time finding a friend, and he thinks, "Oh, this is going to be funny," and then he does something completely awkward after knocking the dude out. And everybody's looking at him, and he's not picking up he's not reading the room. He does not see everybody's upset with him. He doesn't understand why everybody's upset. You see what I'm saying? That is what it's like to be autistic.
So, I haven't liked him in anything he's done. I think it's just that, yes, he is always playing that awkward, like cringy character, and he thrives on that, and a lot of people do like him. But you brought up, Michael Scott was kind of like that in Dwight Schrute. Love them, love their
I think Michael
characters.
Scott was ADHD.
It probably, but I didn't have the same ick factor that I do with Tim Robbins, and I
Not
don't
even
know.
with Scott's tots.
No, like I was fine with it. Like, was it cringy? Yes, but did it bother me? No. But now with friendship, when you got to that soap scene, I was just like, just make it stop. So I'm watching it with Steve, and he's dying laughing, and I'm like, I don't find this funny at all. And I watched, what is it? Get Out of Here, or what is it? What's that show? Oh, I
I
think you
think you
should
should
leave.
leave.
Same thing. I didn't find him funny at all. I think no, I take that back. I found him funny for a little bit when he like went undercover in the fat suit and everything. And then it just got to the point where I was like, you're just killing a dead horse. You're just beating a dead horse here. Um, so I just don't find him like amusing. I don't what is going on? Do you guys hear that?
Yeah, I
Or is it
think
just
it's on my side.
Oh.
Continue.
So yeah, it's gone. So I'm just like, I just, there's something, I think it's just him as an actor that I can't get on board with. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
like him.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's a reason for that because neurodivergent people sometimes those are the people that people are saying, "Oh, I get an ick factor out of them," when that's not what really they're trying to be or do. You see what I'm saying? Um,
And I
and
think that he is trying to do that in the show. I think that he's
well, I think that's
100%.
in the show. No, he's not. He's not okay. You think he's trying to do that? What's really happening? I don't. This is he's doesn't have. He doesn't understand. He's not picking up the social cues of everybody else. He's only
Right.
reacting to his own emotional regulation.
Yeah, I don't find him amusing. I'm sorry. Like if somebody was like, you have free tickets to go watch like a comedy show with him, I would say no. There's just something about him that I just do not like. I don't know. I just don't find him funny, and that's a personal opinion.
Yeah, that's the
I
wrong
just
one though.
it's a
So
personal
the chair
opinion. It's not
company,
wrong.
you won't like the chair company. It kind of takes Michael Scott and takes it times 10. He's at this, I think it's like award ceremony,
Hmm.
and while he's in front of everybody, because it's for work, his chair breaks,
Hmm.
and it embarrasses him. He's very embarrassed by it. Now he's fixated on the on the chair, and trying to act natural in front of everybody, but behind the scenes, he's trying to figure out where this chair company is because of what happened to him. He thinks they got an evil plot to like destroy the world or something like that. Like they're doing something heinous, and he can't put his finger on it.
Is this Tim Robbins also?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I won't watch it. I don't like him as an actor. I don't.
What about Sandra Bullock?
If it was Sandra Bullock, I'd watch it. If it were Steve Carell, I would watch it. If it were Dwight Schrute, I would watch it. It's not. I think that Tim Robbins' delivery for me is just way too over the top, and it's like there's just there. Yeah, I can't get on board with him. Unpopular opinion.
Hot take. Adam, what's your take?
I haven't seen the show yet. I will watch it just so that I can be the tiebreaker here. Tim Robinson, I always thought he was funny in
Well,
the parts he plays.
technically, it's 1-0 because she won't
What?
even watch it.
I watched some of it. Oh, I didn't watch
You
the
watched
chair.
The chair company? That's
Oh,
what we're
shit.
I
talking
didn't
about.
watch-
Okay.
You just
No.
said you won't watch it. So how
Yeah,
are you
'cause
going
I
to
don't
make a
like it.
judgment on it if you don't watch it?
Oh yeah,
Well, I
your
thought we were
opinion doesn't
talking
count
about-
if you haven't seen the show.
Yeah, your opinion
I thought we were
don't count if
talking
you don't watch
about
it.
friendship. I know I'm gonna hate it. I already know.
That's
I've
fine.
hated everything he's in.
But you can't make an opinion on it if you haven't watched it.
I'll watch 5 minutes and I'll tell you the exact same thing. I don't like it.
Yeah,
That's
watch,
fine, but-
Watch the whole season.
Yeah, you gotta watch it all,
No.
and then talk about what you hate about it.
No, because you guys don't watch my shows, and you guys say you hate
I
them.
don't. I watched the Narcissist show,
Okay, but
You
that's a
did
good
watch the
show.
Narcissist show.
and I
Have you
watched
watched
a
Love Is
lot more than
Blind?
2 episodes.
Have you watched Love Is Blind?
No, that's going too far.
See, you
I don't.
can't.
I don't really do reality. I don't do reality TV.
It's not even reality. It's fucking scripted.
Yeah,
well,
but
yeah,
it's like
we all
still,
know reality TV is scripted, and
All
that's why we
reality
don't
is,
want to watch
yeah.
it.
Right. They're fake scenarios
Well-
set up, and they just get people really drunk and say, "Here's part of your lines," and then improv the rest.
You think
Yeah.
they did that to Mini Me?
Maybe.
Remember Celebrity House or whatever on VH1? I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And Mini Me was driving around naked on like a scooter, drunk.
That's
I mean, that's what they do. Like they people have called them out and say they don't supply you with water. They just supply you with alcohol,
I wonder
very
if they
little
did that to Mini
food.
Me.
I'm sure
Did
they
he-
did.
Didn't he die?
Yeah.
Vern Troyer.
R.I.P.
No.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
When?
Like
Hold on.
a while ago.
I think I remember him dying a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vern Troyer.
At least
2018.
5 years.
2018.
Alcohol and
Jesus.
intoxication.
Oh,
He
my God.
overdosed on alcohol. Oh, surprise,
So maybe-
surprise. Did that show start his alcoholism? You see what I'm saying? Did it
But he
give
was-
give him more?
so he was on a celebrity wife swap with his girlfriend, and he was like out partying and like but then he also didn't lead an active lifestyle outside of that. He just played video games all day and would sit around. So like I'm sure it's like
He was
That's
the
all
love
you do.
guru. I like that.
Oh yeah,
movie.
he was in all Mike Myers stuff after that, probably.
Yeah. How are they going to do Austin Powers 4 without him? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, they're doing that. Yeah, that'll probably be a tribute.
Yeah.
yeah. Can I at least touch on Love Is Blind? Because
Are
this
you,
is my
are you
pop
giving
culture.
us our news update?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want our news update on what's going on with Jonathan.
It's Joe.
Tell us about these blind people.
Okay, so we are now on the wedding episode comes out tomorrow. We've had a couple couples that have not gotten past the well, so Joe, he was at the tux fitting and had like a mental breakdown and talked to, I forget, whoever, Madison, I think, and was like, I can't do this. Like, you're not my person. Broke up with her. Well, she was like crying hysterically and saying, how can you do this to me? Well, I was reading something earlier that said that was all, like they had actually already broken up and that was just redone for the show. So she's a great actress, but now she's blaming him for an eating disorder that she has and some other stuff. I don't know. But she's actually going blind potentially, which is plot twist.
Ironic.
But so they don't make it, and then there is talk of another couple, Edmund and KB, and people are questioning if Edmund is neurodivergent. And some people have weighed in and said, yeah, he like it only makes sense. Some people are like, no, he's just ADHD. I don't know. I'm not a therapist. I don't diagnose people, but there's definitely like he is very
ADHD is neurodivergent.
oh, I don't know. I can't keep up with all these terms. There's too many at this point. And he's got
Can't keep up
Uh,
with their ADHD.
well, no, I thought neurodivergent was autistic.
That is a neurodivergence. So neurodivergence basically is basically the neurology is different. The way the brain is set up
Oh.
is different. So there's neurotypical, and then somebody created the term neurodivergent to not make it sound like a disability.
Oh, okay. Well, he's definitely ADHD. People are saying that he might actually be on the spectrum. And you can find him on Instagram because he's a realtor. And you can see his stuff. And, like, I would suggest starting there and, like, seeing how he like he's all over the place. Not the way that I would ever advertise a house, but that's, we all have our own thing. Um, but they're saying that uh, they probably won't make it because KB I think she's a social worker, and she's very like even keeled, talks about everything, and he kind of just shuts down or gets over emotional. It's like two extremes. So I don't think that they're gonna make it. Um, the other one, uh, the rich girl, Sparkle Megan, and I think Jordan. See, I haven't even learned their names because I don't care enough.
Sparkle Megan? Was that
yeah.
her real name?
Well, that's what she calls herself.
Why?
She says that's what her friends nicknamed her, and and everyone's like, you gave yourself that nickname. But
Hate these
if
people
they
already.
if they make, well, I've made Kimmy watch it. Kimmy and I have been texting about it. She's like, I haven't watched any season since like the second one, which was Chicago based, and so she's watching this one. She's like, this is just how am I doing this? She's like, I hate them all, and I was like, yeah, that's the whole point. And Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey are hosting it, and I mean, Rick, I think, did you bring it up? You're like, or was it Kim? How much did they get paid for like 20 minutes of airtime? It might have been my sister. But I think you guys should watch it. It's interesting.
No.
And it's, yeah.
It will
And then
never happen.
Oh my God. It's like, it's a train wreck.
I'm having
and
a
it
hard
just
enough
makes
time watching Generation B.
Yeah, I don't have time for reality shows, but we appreciate your updates and your contribution to
Yeah,
the
I like
podcast.
your updates.
Yeah, I wish you guys like would watch it so you can give some
You should
feedback.
start a podcast with the gals and call it Gal Talk. Talk about gal stuff.
No, listen, I barely have time for this one.
Uh,
Love you
Well,
guys.
well,
But I will be the contributor for the gals and what we're
Yeah.
watching right now.
there you go.
Yeah, that's an important piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because how are they supposed to know what to watch?
It's like we're like leaning tower. You
Yeah.
know?
We lean.
I don't
That's how we
understand.
roll.
I don't get it. I don't get it, but that's what we are now. We're the leaning tower.
I
Yeah.
guess.
I think you
Um,
were looking for maybe tripod?
The tripod.
Tripod.
Yeah,
There's three
yeah,
of
well.
us, you know?
I do have one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Jesus, I knew that joke was gonna come out from
No,
one of you.
prove it. Prove it. Take it out right now.
You're not stopping me. I'm doing
We're all about
it.
to get canceled.
For those of you that can't see, my wiener is out and I am doing the helicopter.
Oh my
Don't
God.
cut that out.
Good times. Good times.
That could be the
Big
title.
podcast. Yeah.
The helicopter.
My wiener's out and I'm doing the helicopter.
Stick around until the end to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll give you the update on the weddings next week.
Call it the Leaning Tower.
Oh my God.
All right, the wedding. Got it. We're looking forward to your wedding.
I'm
Episode
sure you
updates.
are. I'm gonna ask Sarah to watch it.
I'm gonna think about it all week.
I know you will. Don't worry. I'll send you updates tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll
Sweet. Yeah, bullet points, easy to read.
yeah, just send us kind of like the talking points so that we can look into it a little bit, figure out our piece in that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
or just come on and tell us. Just give a nice little 5-10 minute segment on that. That'd be fine.
To all of our listeners out there, if you don't want to hear about Love is Blind, please feel free to drop it in the comments, and I will not talk about it next week. There you go. That's our disclaimer.
But if you
You-
want to talk about love,
You
is
heard her,
Blind,
Dad.
Give me your opinion of what's going on with James. That's his name, right?
James.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's gone.
Joe. If you do like Love is Blind, give me your opinion on Joe. That's the only
There's gonna
character
be-
I know because when I looked it up, that's the only clips that came up was Joe.
There's gonna be like comments on there from like random names that you guys make up. I already know it.
Yeah,
It's just gonna,
that's
it's just
fine.
gonna be you guys making new accounts, being like, please don't talk about it. We hate this show.
No,
Fuck off, Steph.
it's all people agreeing with me about Joe.
Yeah, just Joe, whoever Joe is.
This sucks. Oh, by the way, Rick's right.
Joe is the ultimate fuckboy. He's great. I love him. That's yeah. That's all I got
That's-
on him.
Okay, well that's fair. I mean, love comes in many forms.
It is not blind.
Gonorrhea, herpes,
Yeah. Listen,
HPV,
Cured by a pill. It's fine.
which we all probably have HPV.
I don't.
Oh,
You don't know
wow.
that.
Yeah, you don't know that actually.
It lies
Oh, I
dormant.
know. I'm good.
No, you
Yeah.
literally can't test for
Nope,
it.
I'm good. Tiger
Yeah,
blood.
you probably have it. It's probably there's probably stuff growing down there.
I got tiger blood.
All right, Charlie
Like,
Sheen.
I'm like
Well,
Charlie Sheen.
Tigers generally have stuff growing down there because, they're a bunch of
All the-
pussies.
All the tiger sex.
Yeah.
So much tiger sex. All right, this has been a
All
very
right.
sex forward episode.
How do you not talk about it with the boys and Love is Blind? And,
Rick's helicopter dick.
And the Leaning Tower of
Yeah,
Pisa. I almost said Cheesa, like in the Fruit movie.
the Goofy movie. Yeah,
Goofy
Very
movie. What's his name? Polly Shore. Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
Oh my god.
all right.
Alright.
Or the Cheese Whiz.
I think we've rambled on long enough at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just sit here and just connect things loosely
Just keep talking
for the
randomly.
next hour, and you guys would be like, "What are you talking about?" And
Rick's
then
just
I'd
gonna keep
be
giving
like,
us
"I don't know, my
commercial
brain
breaks."
connected that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for listening to the Spit Take podcast. We are live just about every Tuesday at around 8:45 Central, 9:45 Eastern. I think is where Rick lives. And we hope to see you guys next time.
Bye.
Level up, guys.